CoCrystal Pharmaceuticals is trading at $1.03. The two major insiders are Philip Frost, who holds 14% of the company, and Fred Hassan, who holds 10% of the company. And incidentally, we can see that the change here, they've actually increased their holdings in the stock just to the right of your screen. And Philip Frost has been aggressively acquiring more of the stock over the last few months too. And so Philip Frost is a biotech veteran. He has a net worth of 2.3 billion according to Forbes. And he has a track record of building out pharmaceutical companies from scratch, developing blockbuster treatments, and then selling the companies that he's developed to larger pharmaceutical companies. Frost joined Key Pharmaceuticals in 1972, reformulated its asthma drug, and sold the company in 1986 for $836 million. Frost founded Ivax, a generic drug maker, in 1987. He sold it to Teva Pharmaceuticals for $7.6 billion in 2005. And this is how he's managed to amass this personal fortune of $2.3 billion. Now, there is some controversy with Philip Frost. In 2018, the SEC accused him of participating in pump and dump scheme that generated over $27 million from unlawful stock sales. Frost denied the allegations in a personal statement and settled with the SEC in 2018 without admitting or denying the allegations. And so because of this story, because of this backdrop, a lot of investors are very hesitant, almost to the point of being quite critical of any company that Philip Frost is affiliated with, and this includes CoCrystal Pharmaceuticals. And so, like I was saying, because of this backdrop of these previous accusations, in my view, it's very easy to be dismissive, to instantly just think that CoCrystal Pharmaceuticals is another kind of vehicle or conduit for Philip Frost to continue these pump and dump schemes. And it means that a lot of people are overlooking the stock. They're ignoring the underlying science behind the company too. But the fundamentals are that the fortune that Philip Frost has amassed over his career has not been through pump and dump schemes. It's actually through building out pharmaceutical companies, developing blockbuster treatments and selling them on, and not through pump and dump schemes. Another thing to consider is that if Philip Frost was actually leveraging his companies as pump and dump schemes, that he would be at a real risk of serious legal repercussions, and on top of that, a real damage to his reputation too. Fundamentally, his wealth has been built by driving scientific progress, which is why, rather than just dismissing his companies outright, it's really worth delving into the science and really trying to understand what, for example, CoCrystal Pharmaceuticals are trying to achieve in their development pipeline of treatments. Now, we've already looked into Philip Frost, which we can see here has a large stake in CoCrystal Pharmaceuticals, and the second major insider at CoCrystal Pharmaceuticals is Fred Hassan. And again, it's looking into the team, looking at the other people involved in CoCrystal Pharmaceuticals, which is really going to give us an idea of the mission moving forward and the reputation of this company too. And so Fred Hassan sits on the board of directors at Precigen, which we can see here. And so Precigen is a company that I've been documenting on this channel for over 2 years now. I was tracking it before the approval of its first treatment, all the way to its approval, which saw the share price spike significantly. And so back to Fred Hassan. Mr. Hassan is one of the leading figures in global healthcare. He served most recently as chairman and CEO of Schering Plough Corporation until its merger with Merck & Co. He led a 6-year transformation of Schering Plough from a company under severe stress into one of the highest performing companies in the research-based global pharmaceutical industry with a rich late-stage pipeline. Previously, Mr. Hassan was chairman of CEO of Pharmacia Corporation, where he also executed a historic turnaround. And so when I'm looking for stocks that I believe have the potential for a 3x, 4x or 5x, one of the first things I'm doing is I'm evaluating the team, I'm evaluating the leadership, I'm looking for world-class leadership with a proven track record of the past. And when we look at both Philip Frost and Fred Hassan, both of whom have high inside ownership of the stock, which we've seen, both of these individuals fit this bill. We're going to look in detail at the CoCrystal Pharmaceuticals pipeline. There has in fact been a couple of announcements recently around one of their treatments, which I've identified has the potential to be quite a big catalyst for the stock, which has the potential to see the share price increase significantly, which I expect should be coming in the next few months. And so naturally, I'll keep you updated with CoCrystal Pharmaceuticals and all the other stocks that I track on this channel. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day, and I will see you in the next one.